All right.
Whether it makes you laugh, cry, scream, or fly, there's a song for every emotion. We're Mike and Priya, and we talk about the songs that make up the soundtrack to your life. Because life is
in
where...
the lyrics.
That's right, bitch. I was leading into it. Jesus.
What was that?
Because life is what? In the lyrics. Thank you.
Hey, little listeners. I'm Mike, and this is my little peanut and co-host, Priya.
That I am. Welcome to Life is in the Lyrics, where this week we're talking about our favorite kind of music. The kind we get to ruin during our fantabulous karaoke versions of them.
Oh, and we've got documentation.
Oh.
We got audio. And we sadly, but almost excitedly, or also excitedly, we want to release it.
I know. I mean, it is embarrassing, but it's also like, this is us.
Yeah.
In all our glory.
You know, in all our something.
Our drunken high glory.
Yeah.
You guys are going to see it very shortly when we do love to sing our heart out. So,
yeah,
you know,
we do. We really do.
It is one of the great joys of our life. I would say both our lives, don't you think?
Well,
Karaoke?
we have bonded many a time over
Many a
karaoke.
time.
And for little listeners, if you've been listening to the catalog, you know we bring up karaoke quite a few times.
We do. Now, before we get to that, because we both know we could fill hours upon hours with chatter about karaoke escapades. How are you? What's shaking? What's going on?
I'm well, thank you. Yes, I'm doing really well.
Great. Are we done with you?
Yeah. No. Well, you tell me about you, because you sound like in your excitedness, you've got some shit to update us on.
No. I really want to know what's going on with you. What's happening on this crazy rainy day where we feel like we've gone back to early March?
Another rainy episode. We won't interrupt with Priya giving the weather forecast. We'll just...
Raining. I did talk to my mom and I was like, hey, Mom. And she was like, oh, what a weather. I'm like, yeah, it is some kind of a weather, isn't it?
What a weather.
What a weather.
I like that. What's been going on with me? So I don't know if I told you this, but I had this conversation with some of my colleagues, and they were telling me about, like, one of my colleagues, he obviously has dropped some weight, and he didn't have a lot of weight to drop in the beginning.
Okay.
But I had stopped in at a bakery and picked up some stuff because
Aren't you off sugar?
No, well, this was 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So I had picked up some baked goods on my way in, and we were sitting there having something to eat. And this guy came in, and we were like, "Oh, you want some?" And he's like, "No, I'm good." And my other colleague, Freshta, she's like, "Oh, are you still not eating sugar?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he said, for me, it's an all or nothing. I can't cut down.
You got to cut it out.
Yeah. He's like, it's got to be all or nothing. So I thought, and then I was thinking, that is my problem. I am not very good at self-control. And I've been saying this a lot, or I say that often. And so I thought, okay, well, I'm going to try and cut it out. And so we talked about that in the last episode.
We sure did.
The cookie.
Yeah.
What's also related to this, though, is I'm doing a run at the end of June. There's this 5K run that I'm doing.
Okay.
And so I've been trying to train for that. And one of the other parts of this conversation that we were talking about with all or nothing is about what do we negotiate when, we're trying to exercise more or trying to give up a certain type of food. So what I was thinking of was, okay, well, maybe I can apply this all or nothing idea to exercise as well.
Yeah.
Because
Are you exercising right now?
I am. I'm not going to the gym, although I am paying for a gym.
I just had to take a photo because as Mike is talking about cutting out sugar and exercising, now he's taking a big glug out of his glass of wine that he's holding as he talks about all of this.
It's a different kind of refined sugar.
Of course.
So I'm trying to apply the all or nothing principle to the exercise because I know I need to go out and run. I know I need to do some training. But when the day comes that I say that I'm going to be doing the training, I lie there in bed and I think, well, I could, I negotiate with myself.
Yeah.
And then what happens? I negotiate myself out of the exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But bed is so comfortable on weekends.
It is, but I'm talking like weekdays as well. Like I'm trying to, we get up early and what I'm trying to do, and it's been successful so far, is I'm not negotiating. Tuesdays and Thursdays and Sundays I run.
Okay.
It's not negotiable.
Great.
So it's not a choice. It's not a conversation.
But how did you get to that point? How do you get to a Tuesday and say like, it's non-negotiable today. I got to get up and run.
Yeah. So I wake up and I say, I'm running today.
But isn't this other side of, isn't the devil in your brain saying, oh, maybe just stay for another 5 minutes?
As soon as I've decided that it's not negotiable,
Right.
then I don't.
I like that.
Yeah. And so far it's working. And I'm on week 2.
That's amazing.
I was so happy last Friday. I made it to Friday and I didn't have any sugar. No cakes, no cookies,
Right.
no treats, nothing.
Wine?
I had some wine.
Uh-huh.
I had a gin and tonic.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But I don't put those in the same category.
No. Why
No.
would you?
Why would you?
Yeah.
No, it's not baked.
Oh. Okay. I love a good, justification.
Yeah.
So I'm with you.
Maybe I am still negotiating a little bit.
That's
but-
okay. You can't, you know what you're doing is working for you.
Yeah.
Don't mess with it.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Drink that wine. Drink that wine, bitch. Okay. What else? Oh, and I see you have some fun socks on.
Yep.
Are those pigs jumping out of, what are they jumping out
No,
of?
these are pigs that are,
Flying?
I don't know what they're doing actually. I think they're on skateboards or something.
It's like, oh, he's on a skateboard ramp.
Yeah,
This is
that's
part
right.
of the Sock
It's
of
a
the Month
skateboard.
Club?
Yeah, yeah.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Great gift.
Mhm.
Great gift, Dan. Great. Oh, shit. Great gift, Dawn. Great. What? Fuck. Oh, my brain.
It's not like you just sat down and had dinner with him. We're not cutting that out.
Damn it. And I have no control over what gets cut and what doesn't. This relationship is very unfair.
What about you? How's your week going? Have you settled into your everything? Oh, we already talked about that. You're all settled, unpacked, everything's done.
Oh, yeah. That was done weeks ago. I can't believe we've been in that place now for, we're coming on, well, I guess 6 weeks. But it feels like longer. It feels longer in the way that we just feel settled and comfortable in the space.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a great place. I
And
love
you've
it.
already had some drama in there, so yeah.
We've had, what drama?
Hiya, Kaya.
Oh, Kaya, my poor girl. She's so sweet.
How's your new neighbor? How's Priya Kaya?
Well, I don't like it that she has my name. She's fine. She's good.
Good.
We don't see her really much. And
Do you look like?
no, she's much younger and
Yeah,
much
but
better
you look
shape.
very young for your age.
She's probably like, I don't know, maybe she's 27 or something. And she's, very cool, very hip.
Mm.
And then she was saying how she just came from the UK, but before that she was living in like the Middle East or something. And then I got annoyed. I was like, okay, yes, you've had a very exciting, interesting life.
Priya,
Yeah. Yeah.
she's living in Toronto in a basement apartment. How much do you think of her story is true?
No. I believe all that. I believe all
Yeah?
that part.
Did she live in basement apartments and
Maybe.
like
But you know what?
alleyways or something like that?
The basement in this place is gorgeous because it was unlocked when we went in there and it was really nice. We were tempted to say, can we just have the whole place? Because one of us would have lived down there, but we didn't want to pay the extra. But thank you. That makes me feel better about myself now that we were able to cut her down a bit.
That's what we do.
Terrible people. Okay. I have actually an interesting story that I just remembered because of your running story.
Mm.
So on the weekend, I guess it was maybe it was Saturday, whatever. I took the dogs down to the valley as I do every day. Had a lovely walk. It was one of the sunny days. And then as I was putting them in the car, there was this older woman and she must have been like my mom's age, 75, 76, late 70s, somewhere like that.
Yeah.
And she was a runner, right? So she was running and then she was just walking sort of like she was just kind of standing around. And so I just turned and I said, hi. And she said, hi, I'm really lost.
Oh.
I was like, oh, okay. Which way are you going? And so she was like telling me that she had parked because she was going to be running this 10K next week that was running through the Don Valley system for some charity. She had run the marathon that was happening a couple of weekends ago.
Oh my God.
You know, the one that took over downtown?
Yeah.
That fucking marathon where it took me an hour. And did I talk about this already? I was going
Maybe.
to my family business and I was 2 blocks away from it
Oh God.
at Young and Gerard, I think. No, yeah. Is that
Yeah.
perpendicular?
No,
Yeah.
no. Young and Gerard run parallel.
Okay. So I was
Oh,
at
no. Young and Gerard. Yeah, yeah.
sorry, I was at Jarvis, Young and Lakeshore. Like I was I was going to
People
turn
don't
on.
know that are listening.
Whatever. I was 2 blocks
very
from where I
close.
was going. 2 blocks, Mike. How long did it take me to get there?
2 hours.
An hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, my God.
An hour and 20 minutes.
Why didn't you just park and walk? Well, I guess you didn't know.
Where could I park?
I don't know.
I was on the street. Anyways, so she, I was trying to help her out to direct where she was going, but I was like, I don't know where you've parked. She said, I'm parked at Leslie and Eglinton. And I said,
What?
well, we're at like friggin' Bayview and O'Connor. That's a far way. And I couldn't visualize where she had parked. So I said, well, if you like, I'm just going to drive my guys home. I can come back in like 7 minutes and drive you to your car. And she said, oh my God, would you do that? That would be so lovely. I felt so bad for her.
Yeah.
And I said, unless you want to just jump in the car right now. And so she got in the car. And so we had a lovely chat as we were driving out there. And she was telling me all about her kids and what she was running for and everything. And so her kids are in politics. And then I was talking about my friend who's in politics, and she was saying, oh, yes. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. My son knows him. Oh, he speaks very highly of him. We just had the nicest walk. Her name was Barbara. I can't remember I didn't ask the last name, but when we got to her car finally, she said, okay, now how can I pay you? And I said, no, no need to pay me. And she's like, well, can I do some baking for you? And I was like,
oh my God.
I don't need to explain to her that I'm vegan and all this. I was like, no, it's not necessary. I said, how about we go for a cup of tea someday? And she goes, oh, I would love that. So she took down my number and she said, I will call you to arrange a tea after the marathon next week. And she was just like, thank you so much. She was so grateful. And I just thought,
so nice.
I cannot imagine if my mom was stuck somewhere and like nobody helped her. So yeah, it was.
Well, aren't you a good Samaritan? How'd you feel after that?
I felt really good. I felt really good that I had just to make sure she was safe. Because I was like, it was 1:30. She goes, I've been running since 10 a.m. And she said, I've been running in circles. I've been asking people where to go, but they keep directing me in the wrong direction. Because we were so far from where she was. It took us 10 minutes to drive. Or maybe even like 12 to 15 minutes. So she had been running for over 3 hours.
Where she parked is very far from where you found her.
Anyways.
Well, aren't you good?
Well, I mean, I really do think a lot of people would have done that, but I was just, all I could think of was, if that was my mom, I would want somebody to help her.
I wonder if she would have responded that way if it was a male.
Oh, that's a good question. She seemed like a very trusting,
kind of person.
Open person. Yeah.
That would be something that I would do. I mean, I don't have a car, but so I wouldn't have done that. But I'm always stopping and talking with people.
Yeah, me too.
But I wonder, sometimes I do wonder if people would be
do that.
Well, if people would be reluctant, depending on your gender and what you look like. And I guess it's also how you're approached.
Well, also, she's like she's my size, but she's late 70s. Like, I wouldn't necessarily jump in a car with somebody.
No.
Maybe I should be surprised that she jumped in the car with me. Like, I'm sure I'm not very threatening looking, but it's just like a complete stranger.
You hungry.
She's never seen me hungry. Nobody wants to see me hungry. It's like the Incredible Hulk. You don't want to see me when I'm hangry.
Hangry, yeah.
Oh, I just made that up right now. Not the hangry part, but
yeah,
that's what he says before he turns into the Hulk. You don't want to see me get angry.
Right, that's right. Yeah, I missed that.
Yeah. Okay.
Over my head. Well, very nice.
Anyways.
That sounds like a very nice little experience.
Thank you.
For you, Good Samaritan.
Are we going to do a rant today? I mean, I have lots, but
I know. Yeah, we haven't received any new rants yet in our social or in our email.
Okay.
Little listeners,
Right.
we are dying to hear your rants.
We are.
How, Priya, can we receive the rants from our little listeners?
We can receive the rants, and you know what? I believe we're about to release a video telling people just that we want to hear the rants
on our social.
Yes, on our one social, because we're already too lazy to just manage that, and poor Mike's managing that. You can DM us. I'm not going to say slide in.
I think that was a diss.
No, No, it was actually...
We're too lazy to manage our one social, and Mike's managing that.
No, Mike is managing it, meaning that on top of the editing and everything...
No, I'm kidding.
It was definitely not a diss.
No,
if anybody should be dissed about that, it should be me, because it started off being my responsibility, and I was like, I hate social media. Don't make me. Please don't make me. Please, please, please. Don't make me post.
Social. Yeah.
Don't make me. I do like being social, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
how can our little listeners give us their rants?
Well, as I was saying, they can DM us on Insta, or they can send us an email at lifeisinthelyrics@gmail.com.
Gmail.com.
Yeah.
That's .com.
Just like in Wicked, where she says Galinda. Remember? Have you seen Wicked?
The movie?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, she says her name is Galinda, but then eventually she shortens it to Glinda.
The problem I have
Mm-hmm.
with this Wicked movie is, it was so hyped up. And then I find out that it's only a part one.
It's part one, yeah.
I don't know about this.
I know.
Why do they keep doing this with movies, with these part ones and part twos?
Why did we have 7 episodes of our own podcast that had 2 parts, Mike? We didn't need to.
We didn't do 7 episodes. Well, they were longer.
Yeah.
I was trying to set them up so that they were 30 minutes long, but then I realized
that's impossible the way we talk.
Yeah, we chat too much.
Speaking of talking, let's get on with this, because we want to talk about some karaoke.
Karaoke.
Yes. Yes, we do. And that is, by the way, the correct pronunciation. And it made me think of Ross in Friends.
Oh, yeah.
When he was talking about karate.
Yeah.
Remember he was hiding behind the curtain and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
And Rachel and Phoebe were trying to scare him.
Yeah.
There's that whole thing. Or was it Rachel and Phoebe? I don't know. And 2 of the other characters. Rachel and somebody.
It was definitely 2 of the girls. Definitely Rachel. I'm pretty sure it was Phoebe, because I don't think it would have been Monica. It wouldn't have made sense, maybe. I don't know. But I loved it. Karate. He was very serious about it. So, as you may have guessed, karaoke was invented in Japan. Yes. And then I wanted to know what it meant, because I'm like, well, first of all, watashi skoshi nihongo hanasemasu, ne? But I don't know what.
Look at you. Somebody's been practicing.
Well, that's one of the phrases I still remember from university.
What does that
mean?
Which
means I speak a little bit of Japanese.
Oh, yeah. When Don and I went to Italy on our honeymoon, he didn't speak a lot of Italian, but what he could say in Italian was, he can't speak a lot of Italian.
Right.
So we would go into these restaurants or anywhere we go in, and he'd start up and they go, and then he'd say, oh, mino, da, 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 da. And then they start speaking Italian to him. And I'd say, babe, don't speak Italian saying you can't speak Italian, because it's a bit of it's confusing.
Well, it shouldn't be confusing. It should be a signal to them that they're like, oh, thank you for trying to learn our language a little bit. And now we will speak in the English, huh?
And did you get the same when you were in Japan? What is it again?
What is what?
What you just
what I said, watashi skoshi nihongo o hanasemasu. Watashi, I, skoshi, little bit, nihongo o hanasemasu. Japanese, speak a little.
Oh.
If you're to translate it.
Right.
Phonetically. Yeah. Anyway, so kara means empty, and oke is short for orchestra, meaning orchestra. So karaoke literally translates to empty orchestra, reflecting the experience of singing along to instrumental tracks without live accompaniment. Although there is also live karaoke. We've got to talk about that later.
Oh, yeah.
That's exciting.
Yes. I know. I can't believe we haven't gone to the piano bar.
We got to do that.
There's a piano bar around the corner from my house.
What?
That does.
What?
Yeah. And they do live karaoke. So they have a piano.
Is it near Ossington?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
You've been there?
No, I was going to go there once. And we didn't make it there. I didn't know that people, I thought that was just a live, I didn't realize it was live karaoke.
Yeah.
Do you see how serious I'm actually
I know.
I'm very interested in this now. We need to do this.
So, okay, well, tell us a little bit more about the history of karaoke.
Okay. Well, it's most popular in Japan and Philippines, Korea as well, but Asia loves the karaoke. What else can I tell you? A couple of Guinness Book World Records. So the record holder for the longest karaoke marathon by an individual, did you read about this?
Oh my God.
Was 101 hours, 59 minutes, and 15 seconds. He sang a total of 1,295 songs from the 19th to the 23rd of September, 2011. Way to go, Leonardo Polverelli.
Where was this?
I don't know. Sounds like it could have been Italian. I mean, Leonardo.
But it could have been anywhere. Though. That sounds horrendous.
I know. Can you imagine how the voice would feel and sound after the first 40 songs?
Yeah. We record like an hour and a half of this podcast, and I'm like,
that's insane. That's insane. It took 101 hours, like almost 102 hours, because 59 minutes. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Another Guinness World Record for karaoke was broken on the 22nd of August in 2009 in Bristol, Tennessee. This record was for the largest ever karaoke and saw 160,000 people all sing Friends in Low Places by Garth Brooks.
Oh my God.
Isn't that kind of cool?
Wow. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I would have considered that karaoke or more of a sing-along, but I guess what's the difference, really?
Yeah, well, then I guess what would those choir, would they be considered karaoke?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I guess that would be considered. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, we'll have to do a bit more digging.
I know.
So karaoke, so this idea of karaoke, I remember in our last episode, I think I brought up that we hadn't talked about our Tara weekend.
Yeah.
So that and we've referenced karaoke so many times. I mean, the Gladstone karaoke, how many times have we said, Gladstone karaoke?
Okay, listen, karaoke is integral to our relationship.
It is. It
has been part of it for whatever the 25 years that we've known each other.
Yeah. And it did, our karaoke, kind of bonding did start at the Gladstone.
Yes.
As our little
Loved
listeners
that
would
place.
Know. And there were some serious characters there.
There were.
Regular characters.
There
were. We were there.
We were regular characters.
You always got up and sang a few songs.
You never used to sing. Do you remember that?
I did at first. The first couple of times we went, I did.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. And one time I went up and I adjusted the mic stand and the guy gave me shit just as I was supposed to start singing. And I was like, I don't like to be yelled at. And
nobody does.
It made me uncomfortable. And I thought, okay, I'm actually more fun. I enjoy it more
sitting
when I'm
back.
Yeah, when I'm in the crowd, sloshing my beer with everyone else and singing along.
Well, I don't remember you ever singing. All I remember is that you would always be in the booth with whoever was there with us, and you'd be singing along because you know all the words to every fucking song, but never on stage.
Yeah, but no.
I don't remember if I ever said this in the pod before. Do you remember that guy? Because he was like the karaoke host. He was an awesome character. So I remember once being at the Gladstone, and the host, like every now and then, he would sing a song.
Oh yeah, what was
sort of
his
interjecting.
Name? Because he was a legend.
He was a legend. He's no longer with us. Was his name Terry?
Yeah. No,
I don't remember.
Yeah.
He's quite the character.
Any little listeners from Toronto, if you ever went to the Gladstone, write in and tell us who the karaoke host was.
But he was so awesome. And he was singing Jack and Diane.
Love that song.
By John Mellencamp.
Yeah.
And, he says,
Little Ditty.
About Jack. And I know. What's the other famous song by John Cougar?
Oh, God, there's so many.
Hurt So Good.
Oh, Hurt So Good.
He was singing Hurt So Good by John Cougar Mellencamp. And then he said, come on, Priya, make it hurt so good.
Oh, my God.
And I was singing along with him. And then when he sang that, I remember thinking, I'm here way too often.
Yeah, yeah.
It did not stop me from...
Did he really say that, or is that what you
No, he really did that. He really did that. And he was even like looking at me because I think he was like, oh yeah, you're one of my regulars now. And I was so embarrassed. But I also loved that place so much because it brought in every character, every age demographic. It was the best mix of people.
There were some serious characters there. I can remember when we were there and some of the like more serious karaokeers who would get up there and they'd
Yes.
have their finger in their ear.
Yes,
and
because
they were like,
want to make sure they're not off key.
yeah, they were
Yeah.
just, and I
Closing
remember,
their eyes.
yeah, closing their eyes, finger in ear, singing along. And then I remember this woman was like so into it and she took her jacket and she threw it on the ground
Oh.
as part of her dramatic. I was like, oh my God, these people are
People get
nuts.
so into it.
But it was great. It was so
great.
good. Now, I don't know if I told you this before, or maybe you were with us. I can't remember. My mom's birthday, my mom and my aunt, my sister, there was a group of us. They came to Toronto. We went out for dinner and then I took them to the Gladstone for karaoke.
Okay.
And-
when was this? Like how long ago?
Oh, this was maybe my mom's 65th
Oh, a long time ago.
or
Okay.
something like that. And so I thought, oh, this will be a fun thing to do, to go out for dinner in Toronto
Yeah.
and then go to the Gladstone because it's got such a great vibe. And they weren't really sure at first what to expect. My sister, you've met my sister.
Yes.
She's quite shy. She's
Right.
outgoing in a small group, but she's quite shy. Loves karaoke.
Did she love it before that day or did she discover it that day?
She loved it before.
Oh, okay.
But my sister
Yeah.
can't sing and face people. So she has to have her back to the audience.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How
So-
do you sing a song facing backwards?
That's what she does.
And what were the people doing?
They were singing along while my sister was not facing them.
Oh
my
my
sister
God.
got up and she sang.
What did she sing?
I can't
Oh,
remember,
that's funny.
but her back was to everyone
The whole time?
the whole time. Yeah.
Oh my God,
And-
that's
and
hilarious.
When we were younger, like when I was in my 20s, I guess my sister would have been in her 20s too. Yeah. So when we were in our 20s, my dad had this bar that he used to always go to that did karaoke. My dad loved karaoke. And my sister used to go and do karaoke with him. And she used to do it there as well. Yeah.
I can't say I've ever seen that
Yeah. It was good.
with anybody.
We had a lot of fun.
That is hilarious. Did your mom get up?
And she did not. But when my sister turned 50, we had a birthday party for her at my mom's. And I did the whole home karaoke thing.
Yeah.
I rented the equipment and And my sister wouldn't, we were all sitting and she would just sit and sing. She wouldn't get up and actually sing.
Okay.
She's so shy.
That's so funny.
I know.
It's funny about karaoke because people love it, but they can be shy. Like I remember the first time I went to karaoke was with my Japanese friend and a couple of her friends. So we went to this little, it was a room above the Queen Mother Cafe
Oh, yeah, yeah.
on Queen Street.
Yeah.
And I'd never been before. It was like a private room. And I was just sitting there and the girls were singing. And I was like, this is so weird.
Mm.
And then they gave me the mic and they're like, yeah, sing, pick a song. And I don't even remember what the song was, but I sort of started singing and then
the performer
a
came
monster was born. A monster was birthed that day.
out. Yeah.
And she's just grown bigger and bigger and bigger, like a dragon.
Do you remember when, there was a birthday of yours and you rented that karaoke room on Yonge Street, I think it was.
Yes.
And it was the first night we met Matt.
Yes.
Yeah. So Matt and Nicole had just started dating. And Matt, this tall, very handsome British guy,
Yes.
shows up. And you and your girlfriends and me, and there's a couple of other guys, but I would have been kind of intimidated. He didn't seem phased. We get into this room, and people are all singing. I didn't sing. I was too intimidated. Matt's kind of back there with me. We're just kind of singing with the rest of the group sort of thing. And then all of a sudden his song comes up and he goes up there and he sings that Coldplay song.
He didn't get up though. He was sitting on, I remember thinking, who's singing? And looking around and seeing it was Matt. And he was sitting on the arm of the sofa or something.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
In the
yeah.
corner. And
Yeah.
he was singing, was it Yellow?
Yeah, it was Yellow.
And it was so good.
It was amazing. And I'm like, who is this guy? I was like, Nicole,
Yeah.
he's your guy.
That's a keeper. That's
He's
a keeper.
Yeah.
That was good times.
So karaoke does bring out the best in
really
a lot
does.
of people.
Also the worst.
Okay.
Like some people who can't, but the thing is like the worst is also the best. Like
it can be, yeah. That's
you,
right.
as long as you are in it and you are given her, it doesn't matter if you can sing or not. Because
Yeah.
people are always like, oh, I can't sing, I'm off key or whatever. And okay, yes, if you're going to butcher a song, like if you're way off key, maybe that's going to be a little painful because you got a mic in front of you. But honestly, like some of the best performances I've seen have been from people who aren't the best singers.
Right. I think, yeah, maybe it's that it's not just the singing part. It's just that whole package.
Performance.
Yeah, it's like that you've got the balls and the confidence to go up there and
it's
sing,
the commitment.
and you don't care whether
Exactly.
you're on key or off key. It's like, oh, I love this song and I want to sing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like actually, when I was in New York and we went to a private karaoke bar, just me, Scott, Kelsey, and Maya, my goddaughter, who was on the podcast for our Taylor Swift episode. So we all went to this Korean restaurant. I think it was a Korean restaurant. We had dinner and then we had a private room there. It was very cool. And Kelsey is somebody who never sings. She does not sing in public.
Oh, really?
She has a phobia of singing in public.
But she's such a performer.
Yeah.
Like she's an actor and producer.
But
like
not
she's always,
singing. She's a dancer, but not singing.
Huh.
And that was the first time that she actually was singing. She sang like with Scott and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, this is great. Like you're actually singing now. It really is like, I don't even know how to explain the joy of just singing. Maybe it's not for everybody. Like, I don't know. Do you know people who just don't like singing?
Who don't like singing?
All I ever think of is the character of in Schitt's Creek.
Oh,
like
Annie.
Yeah.
Not her. No, not her.
But what's her character's name? Who's just like, I don't like music. I was just like, I thought that was the funniest thing because how can you just not like music?
Yeah.
But now I wonder, like, how could you just not like singing? Like even at home in the privacy of the shower or whatever.
I don't think that's right. You've mentioned this on podcasts before. It can't be right because there's that whole episode where she's auditioning for the musical.
I know. Oh my God, that was so fucking funny.
And she sings the song from her debut album.
Right? That's true.
So how can she not like music? I don't know. That show was such a contradiction from one thing to another.
I don't know.
Anyways, I get your point. Okay, so karaoke.
Yes.
So we got a little bit of history.
Yes, but can I tell you a disturbing fact about karaoke?
Sure.
Violent reactions to karaoke singing have made headlines in Malaysia, Thailand, and the Philippines. This is not funny. With reports of killings by listeners disturbed by the singing in the Philippines, at least half a dozen killings of people singing My Way caused newspapers there to label the phenomenon My Way killings.
No, that's not real.
No, it's real. It's
Seriously?
Real. Yeah, it's real.
Wait a minute. So people are singing the song and people in the audience don't like the way it sounds?
I think there's noise disturbance, like people, it would be in neighborhoods and stuff because a lot of people in Asia sing it at their homes, right? They just have their extended families over and sing at home. So yeah, there was a spree of killings, the My Way killings.
God.
Why is there not a documentary on this? I mean, seriously.
That would be actually a really good documentary.
They could have different versions of My Way during that whole documentary. And maybe by the end, everybody would want to kill somebody.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
The home karaoke, though, it's a really fun activity.
Listen, I mean, how many birthdays have I had that are karaoke based? And then
many.
You hosted a fabulous, that was my favorite.
Yeah.
When you guys had this big old living room.
Yes, that was Ravi's idea.
To do the karaoke or to rent the equipment?
To do the karaoke.
No, I think I requested the karaoke and then you guys picked up the equipment. It was always going to be karaoke.
Oh, I thought Ravi. Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyways.
No, I'm pretty sure I demanded karaoke as I would. It's either a karaoke or a roast for me.
That's true. Yeah.
Right. Those are the two things I love. But that night was so much fun. And we have some embarrassing videos.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we'll have to, you know what we should do? We'll have to like maybe splice up a few
do we have
videos
to do
from,
I don't know if we
from
have to
the
do that.
different karaoke parties.
Let's go back to talking about Tara. Actually, first of all, before we talk about Tara, because this will lead kind of into that. So that was just a few weeks ago. But remember, a year ago on my birthday, we went for Chinese food and then we had a private karaoke thing. And the last song that we sang me, you, and Danielle
Yeah.
was All Too Well. Of course,
Oh, right.
the 10-minute version.
Yeah.
Of course, the
Yeah.
10-minute version.
Mm-hmm.
And we were so in it.
Yeah.
We were so dramatic.
When are we not when we're
Oh my
singing that
God.
song?
That's what I love about it. It's so ridiculous.
I was just, when you were talking about
my
the world records
Yeah.
thing, I was thinking, oh my God, what would be, could there be a world record of singing the 10-minute version of
Oh.
All Too Well?
Like if just one after another people sang it?
Yeah. 10 minutes for 10 days or something like that.
Oh.
And
I mean,
he was tossing me the car
car
keys.
keys, fuck the patriarchy, keychain on the ground. We're always skipping town. Oh, man.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're definitely going to post up a clip from our terror weekend because.
Should we explain what happened there?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like since you brought it up.
All right. So, little listeners, we did our road trip, and you heard about that a couple of episodes ago.
Yes.
And when we were on a road trip,
Yeah.
we got there on the Friday. We recorded an episode. We were kind of drunk.
It was just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
Without our guest. Yep.
And
He was drunk. I was high.
I was drunk. She was high.
She's so high above me.
So we had set up the studio in your living room.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, you adjusted the arm in a way that had it fully extended.
Mm-hmm.
And you were standing and you're like, oh my God, this is like a microphone.
It was a discovery.
Yeah. And you got so excited.
I did. I was like, this feels like we're in a recording studio.
And so then I got the computer, the karaoke videos out, and then you set your phone up, and then we recorded. And
we didn't do that song first.
No.
First we sang, Don't Go Breaking My Heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't if I tried.
And then we sang Shallow.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
And then obviously.
And then, yeah.
Obviously, All Too Well.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
And so you record, but the funny thing about that was the music was playing through the mixer. So we could only hear it with our earphones.
Right. Yes. We recorded this, by the way. So as we were about to sing that song, I went and I put my phone on the stand and I started taping what we were doing because I was like, we need to memorialize this.
So we have a video recording of you and I singing All Too Well.
Yeah.
But there's no music.
No music.
So they can only hear us singing.
Yes.
It's not good.
It's not great. It's not great. Especially because I went off the tune.
Oh, there was that part.
At one
that
point.
was so funny. But then, but the mixer, I had decided to record through the mixer.
Okay.
So we had a recording of us singing with the music, and then we had the video of us just singing. Yeah, it's
and
mixed.
then he spliced it together.
I spliced it together. Nobody wants to see this, but we're going to share some of it with you.
But we're going to force you to see it.
It won't be 10 minutes of it, though.
No, but here's what happened. We sang the 10-minute version.
Yeah.
We had the best fucking time. Like, you watch that video and we are like,
we
it's
were
as if we're on
pissing
stage.
ourselves laughing.
Yeah, we had the best time. And then we listened to it back another 10 minutes. And then we watched it. We spent like basically 45 minutes just admiring our singing and admiring ourselves singing.
I don't know about admiring. I thought I was being entertained by the whole thing.
It was entertaining.
I can't say that I was admiring our work.
I mean, but we were indulging ourselves.
I was admiring our indulgence. Yes.
Oh my God. But you know what? It made us so happy. And that's the point of this. Why are we talking about karaoke today?
That's true. Yeah. It's
because go ahead.
We get a lot of joy from it.
We get so much joy from it.
Yeah.
And it just makes us happy. And you know what? Like, God damn it. Sometimes you just need something to make you happy.
And you never know. You might get discovered.
Oh, nobody's discovering us. Nobody. And then the next day.
But you don't know.
Remember when we had Dana over and she was like, oh, I really want to see this.
Yeah.
And then I don't think she was really ready for it because then we spent a lot of time fixing it and getting it ready, syncing up the music and then showing it to her. And she was probably like, oh, I wish I hadn't mentioned.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. We had a blast.
So I have a little bit of karaoke trivia for you.
Okay, bring it on.
There are some stars that got their start.
Stars got their stars?
Stars. There are some current musical stars that got their start from karaoke.
Who? Give me a clue. Give me a clue. I want to guess.
Okay, well, some of these names I don't know, but there's definitely
Oh,
one
okay.
there's two for sure. Mary J. Blige is one.
What?
Yeah. According to this ABC News article, Mary J. Blige was not always known as the queen of hip hop soul.
Okay.
Before the platinum album and Grammys, Blige?
Mary J. Blige.
Blige.
Blige. Blige?
Blige was an unknown singer from Yonkers, New York, eager for a big break. Blige got her chance when a recording of her karaoke cover of Anita Baker's Caught Up in Rapture fell into the hands of Uptown Records.
Caught up in the rapture of you. That's a good song.
So, there you go.
Is that true?
According to ABC News,
Okay.
it is.
That's amazing. I'm going to have to look that up. That is very cool. Who else? And you were going to give me a clue. Taylor?
Uh-huh.
What?
Yeah.
Wait. Because she used to do covers on YouTube? Because that doesn't count. Does that count?
The girl with the angelic face and the emotionally earnest lyrics is among the list of singers who got their start singing karaoke. At a young age of 10, Swift was a regular participant in the karaoke contests in her hometown of Reading, Pennsylvania.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
A year later, she made her way to Nashville, where she handed out demos of her performing karaoke songs to record labels. So there you go.
My Lord. So what you're saying is I'm just like Taylor?
Something like that. Yeah.
We're connected.
Yeah.
There's an invisible string.
Oh,
Connecting
look at
us.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you never know, Priya. I mean, you know, you might have a few other chapters in your life that.
Listen, I did start to host a karaoke night. And with a friend of mine, in March of 2020, we hosted our first karaoke night. And in March of 2020, we hosted our last karaoke night.
Is that when you started? I thought you
Yep.
started earlier than that.
No, we started.
Yeah. And, just to be clear, little listeners,
Yes.
March 2020,
It's when the bad thing happened to the world.
the big C.
The big C.
It shut the
Big
karaoke down.
COVID. Yeah. It
That
shut
is-
down everything.
That is why we got COVID. This was the universe's way of saying to Priya,
Right. Don't do it.
weekly karaoke?
Can't
Absolutely
handle it. It was
not.
going to be monthly.
Monthly.
But yeah, that really sucked.
Did
I was
you?
so excited about it.
Where was that?
That was at a bar on Eglinton, and boy, was the bar manager hot. So hot. I was looking forward to that. That did not. Yeah, so we had one night, and then that was it. And then the
that's
world
too
shut
bad.
down. Yep. Really sucked.
Well, okay. So what other karaoke stories have you got?
Well, I do want to say, like, I was looking up songs about karaoke or songs that have karaoke in the title or in the lyrics. I was really shocked at how many songs there are that talk about karaoke. Surprising number of country songs, several by Kenny Chesney. But obviously you've heard of Before He Cheats. You know that line in that song? Right now, she's probably singing some white trash version of, I don't even know how it goes, Shania Karaoke.
Yeah.
Drake has a song
Oh.
called Karaoke. Whiskey Glasses by Morgan Wallen. So many. The More I Drink by Blake Shelton. Like there's a Karaoke Star by Kylie Minogue. There are so many songs about karaoke. I thought that was kind of cute.
Yeah.
Everybody loves karaoke.
Yes, it is. It's a worldwide phenomenon.
Now, what I hear from some of my friends who are performers is that real singers don't like karaoke.
Oh, why?
I think because, you know what? I don't
Full
know.
performance?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe because they're too, like they're, I don't know.
Wait a minute.
It's
They
got snotty.
don't like it for themselves, or they
Yes,
don't like
they
it
don't like
in
to
principle?
sing karaoke.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm curious because we are going to have a singer-songwriter on our show.
We'll have to ask that question of her.
We're going to ask her that question if she likes karaoke. And if she likes karaoke, bitch, we're going to do karaoke with her someday.
Okay, well, when we were out on your birthday this past year, we had a singer-songwriter.
We had a couple.
Well, he's pretty intense.
Yes.
And
Intense? He's very shy, reserved, sort of.
Yeah, but he was at your last year's karaoke as well, and he was like like the quality of the equipment and everything is not great. But I remember him being a bit upset because like the quality wasn't great.
Right.
And I hadn't realized back then that he was actually a real singer.
Right.
So it made sense this
Yes.
time around. But is that also maybe part of why they don't like it? Is like
I think
it's
so.
just low quality,
Yeah,
and this is their job and this is their life.
That's the thing. I think
lifeblood?
that's more of it. It's like this is their job, and then people are just doing it and kind of like getting hammered and singing, and I don't know. I don't
Do you
really get
think
it.
it's a judgment thing
I'll have
of
to
other
ask.
people, or is it more of a personal thing? It's like, this is my job and I do this all the time, and why would I give this away for free? And
Oh.
why would I work?
You know, I've never asked them
We'll have to.
directly. Like
We're
why
gonna
you do-
ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever done live? Like, obviously, all karaoke is live. Have you ever done karaoke to a live band?
No.
Oh, Mike, that is. I know we were just talking about that, and we're going to go to that piano bar
Okay.
like pronto. But I've done it twice. Once at a TIFF party
Mm-hmm.
because they rented out this whole mansion on. You know that big mansion that's on Richmond and Queen? No, those are parallel. Richmond and University. There's that big mansion there. And they use it sometimes for doors open.
No, Queen and University.
Oh, sorry. Maybe it's Queen. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's this huge mansion at Queen and University.
Mhm.
And some production company had rented out the entire place. And they were doing live karaoke in one of the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And they had this amazing band and you could pick songs. And I went and sang Killing Me Softly.
Oh.
Oh my God. The rush I got
Yeah.
having this band behind me. It was like nothing else. It was so cool. And then I sang Faith.
You sang 2 songs?
Not at that place. The
Okay.
other time I did live karaoke,
Okay.
which was at the, it was at the, I don't know, what's that place called? Near the Steam Whistle Brewery on,
Nobody cares.
and this was huge. So it was, there were a lot of people there, but it was just so fun.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
You wouldn't do it?
No.
Oh, I think you'd love it.
No. I think it would be fun if
Mhm.
if I felt confident enough in my skill.
Okay.
But I'm not a singer.
But
And
again,
I would just feel like I would have imposter syndrome for sure.
But this is it again. We were just talking about this, where it doesn't matter if you're good or not. It's the commitment and how much you give to it that
Yeah.
matters.
I don't think that I have that kind of confidence.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to try it.
We'll see. We'll see.
We're going to have to try it because it was super fun. And I think you'd have a hell of a time.
It depends on the environment, you know. Like honestly, we went to this wedding in the Sonoma Valley. Oh, you know them.
Yes.
We went to David and Lewis's
Lewis.
wedding
Mm-hmm.
in Sonoma. They had a house and they got married after like 25 years being together.
Yeah.
They had this big party.
Mm-hmm.
They had a big tent out, and after dinner and everything, they had karaoke. And by that time, we had all had a few drinks.
Right.
David is also such a performer.
He's such a performer.
And he loves that stuff. Well, it got to the point where people had all kind of like left or gone into the house, and I was still playing karaoke. I couldn't
my God.
stop. Don was finally like, "Okay, we're going
But
inside
were you
now."
singing?
Oh yeah, I was singing
It was
away.
just you and the machine singing?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wasn't David still there?
No, he had gone inside. A
Okay.
lot of people had left.
And you were just
that was still singing away.
partying
I was
on?
loving it.
Oh my
But I
God.
did. I think if I've had a few drinks of courage,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and then I could do it. But I don't know about the band though. That's
It's so fun.
that'd be
Then you
intense.
actually feel like you're a rock star.
yeah.
It was awesome. But funny that you mentioned David and Lewis because I went and saw them when I was in California
Oh yeah, yeah.
and Dawn happened to be there at the same time.
Oh right.
Remember we all went?
Yeah.
No, I don't think
I
Dawn was there
wasn't
for
there.
dinner. But we and them went for dinner. Me and my ex went for dinner with them. And then we met Dawn. Dawn joined us for karaoke. And I remember thinking like, I didn't really know Dawn very well then. I thought he was very
Straight,
straight edge.
stiff.
You know, just, yeah, like I didn't think karaoke was his thing.
Yeah.
And we were all getting into it. And then Dawn was like dancing away at his
Mhm.
chair. And I was just thought, oh, okay. I think Don and I get each other a little bit more now.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. But I remember David talking about how much he loved to sing and just how he would dress up in drag. And we're talking like this is a 6'5"
Yeah. He's
Adonis
a big man.
of a man.
Yeah.
He's broad. He's like built. He's like a Thor
Mm-hmm.
or something. And he showed me some videos and pictures of him doing drag and singing, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But honestly, like, I feel like karaoke is such a great way to just lift your spirits.
Yeah.
And it's just, it makes you laugh.
Well, this past year we have, I think we referenced it in one of our earlier episodes. You had a karaoke party.
Mm-hmm.
Don and I went. Don sang.
Yes, he did.
We have it on video.
What did he sing again? Tell us the song.
All the lovers
Yep. Mm-hmm.
that have come before.
And I don't know that
They
song.
don't compare
Who sings it?
to you.
Kylie? No.
Kylie.
Kylie, okay.
Yeah. And so he sang that, and we're going to have to wear him down and allow us to put a little clip up.
Put a little clip up. Because I remember the last year at my birthday, I said, like, it would make me so happy if Don sang.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first time he sang, and I was very touched by that.
Aww.
Yep. I really liked that.
Yeah.
And we had the best time.
See?
It was so funny.
He does like you.
Yeah. He thinks I'm dumb, though.
He doesn't think you're dumb.
You said, what did you say to me earlier today?
Oh, yeah. Because he was listening to one of our earlier episodes, and we were blubbering around,
As we do,
trying to figure out an answer to something. And he's like, oh, Priya, she really doesn't know anything.
I probably started talking about something, and then you asked me questions about it, and I was
you're like,
don't
I
ask
don't know.
questions.
Yeah,
That's the extent of my knowledge. Like, if you start asking me questions about the My Way killings, I have no answers for you.
I need time to research.
I just need to research. Although
All
I
right.
thought that was pretty funny.
Question.
Yes.
What are the 15 most popular artists for singing karaoke?
Michael Jackson.
No.
What?
Nope.
Because in some of my reading, I heard that one of his songs, the Billie Jean, was one of the most popular songs. Okay. Journey. I mean, that has to, Madonna has to be one of them.
Nope.
What? Queen.
Yes.
God damn it.
Come on.
Taylor.
Yep.
Okay. One Direction.
Nope.
Oh. Are these current?
But you're close. Something in that
Backstreet
genre.
Boys.
Yes.
100 Backstreets
I
back. Yeah.
want it that way. Tell me why.
Okay, do it this way. Sing me a little bit of a song of an artist, and then I'll guess.
Okay. What's it? Okay, I'll sing the tune. It's like da-na-na, da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na,
Oh, Sweet Caroline.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. But this is not bands then. This is songs. Are you saying songs or the
Well, like these are artists. I'm just giving
Okay.
you examples of their
Okay.
how about this one? Okay, we already did that one.
Sweet
Okay, something we referenced in last episode.
Yes.
4-letter word.
Fuck.
No.
Dancing Queen.
Yep.
Okay. Your clues are weird because
What?
4-letter word. Okay, for ABBA, I see. But
Right. Jesus. Okay. When the sun shines, we shine together. Told you I'll be
Rihanna.
here forever. Said I'd always be your friend.
Took an oath, I'ma stick it out till the end.
Yep.
Love, love, love.
Mm-hmm.
She's coming out with new music.
Oh.
Well, only one song because
Ish.
it's in a.
Okay. This one
Okay.
you've got to get. It's I fell into the burning ring of fire. Went
Really?
down,
Johnny Cash?
Down. Yeah.
Or just that song?
Yeah. Well, that's Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
And then you reference oh,
My
did you
Way?
reference this?
That's got to be one of them.
Yeah. And then
Don't Stop Believing isn't one of them?
no.
Because I feel like that is
You would
song that
think
would
that
always
would
be
be.
sung at the Gladstone.
No. Chris Stapleton,
Oh. Tennessee
Backstreet
Whiskey?
Boys. Yeah.
Okay.
Neil Diamond, Elvis Presley, Miley Cyrus.
Miley, what song?
The reference they gave is Flowers.
Oh. I
Ew.
do not like that song.
Yeah. ABBA, Beyonce. Feel your halo.
Yeah, good song.
Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, Super Bass. How can anyone sing super bass in karaoke?
You know what, though? Don't you remember when Nick was rapping?
That's true. Yeah.
He was really good. Like,
Yeah,
I
he was.
tried to sing Eminem, Lose Yourself once,
Right.
but there's no, like, there's no steady rhythm to that song.
Yeah.
He changes it up so much. It's so hard to sing. But I remember when Nick was rapping, I don't remember what song, and I was just like, oh my God, this is amazing.
I think it was Super Bass by Nicki Minaj.
There you go. Okay, maybe.
I don't think it was. I
don't
can't
think it
imagine it. Okay, but Beatles,
Yes,
of course. And then this one that I was going to say is I got friends in low places.
That's the song that they set the record to.
Yeah.
160,000 people singing that song.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine?
So those were the 15 most popular artists for karaoke. Where they got this data from, I don't know. And this is coming from the Singablog.
I don't even know what that is, but I will just say that if you have not done karaoke, just do it in the privacy of your own house. I mean, I know people sing sometimes, but I used to have a PlayStation. Well, my partner used to have a PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a karaoke app, I guess, on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to sometimes just sing by myself at home.
Oh my God.
Just be like, I think I'm going to just sing some songs today. So you had to buy songs for that. So we only had a limited number of songs. I think we had like 50 songs, still a lot. But I would just sing and sit and sing like 7, 8 songs by myself because it would track your progress.
Right.
And so you would get a score at the end. And I would just love to perfect a song.
Oh my God. So you're
Oh,
so
boy.
competitive.
Yeah.
All right. Well, karaoke, as we know for us,
Karaoke queen. Are we sharing the same dream?
Yeah, that's good. We are.
Yeah, we are.
All right. And how about our little listeners? Are you guys karaoke queens
Yeah. Or kings.
or kings?
Yeah. And if so, what song are you singing?
Yeah. What's your go-to
What's your
karaoke
go-to?
song?
Mike, what's your go-to? I didn't
My
really look
go-to
at that.
karaoke song? I don't think I have one. Do I?
So many.
Well, I think usually my karaoke songs are tied to you because we do duets.
We do duets. Because we duet. We do duets.
Do duets.
We duets. We do shallow.
We do shallow.
We do exile. All too
and
well.
all too well. Yeah.
I know. Should we sing them out with one of those?
Well, why don't we invite our listeners to write in, tell us what your
Can we sing now? They already know all that stuff.
write in and tell us what your go-to karaoke songs are. How can you do that? You can slide into our DMs on Instagram, or you can email us at lifeisinthelyrics@gmail.com. All right. And are we going to sing out?
Which one?
Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world?
Or
Or
do you need more?
Is there something else you're searching for?
I'm falling.
In all the good times, I find myself longing for change.
And
in the bad times, I fear myself. Okay, we're gonna. Bye. See you next Wednesday.